Hi Jamboree friends, it's Michelle Derricks here, and I would like to talk to you about nail health today. In the winter months, you probably have noticed, or if you live in a colder climate like I do, your skin gets extremely dry. And if this is your first year wearing Jamberry, like mine, you've probably noticed that you've been experiencing some nail dryness, perhaps some peeling, and even the flakiness of your nails. And so I want to talk to you about that and help you understand that a little bit better. Our nails are made up of keratin, but it's also dead cells. And so you can't really hurt your fingernails. But it's very important, especially in the wintertime, and especially if you're wearing jams, to keep them very well hydrated. And so in order to help you understand what's going on a little bit, I'm going to do a little bit of an object lesson with you. It's something that I saw another consultant do, but I thought it was great in helping to explain what is going on with our nails. And so here I have an onion, and you'll notice that the onion right here is nice and smooth. But if you really got into it, it's dry. You know how an onion has many layers. Our nails also have many layers. And so, but underneath the layers, it's nice and smooth like it is here and really moisturized. And so let's do a little bit of a lesson here. And I have some tape just to kind of show what happens when we put wraps on our nails over the dry part, and also over the moisturized part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like this is a big jam, and I'm putting it on, and we're going to seal it down because that's important. When we put on our jams, we really want to make sure that our wraps are really sealed on tight, because that's an important part of it. And so now I'm going to go to remove the wrap. Now granted, now we don't pull off our jams because that would be a bad idea, but there is a lot of adhesive on there, and because the adhesive has been on there, when we go to remove the wraps, the dead layers of our fingernails can sometimes come off, and so that is what some of you have been noticing. So you've noticed where it was dry, even though it was smooth, that it removed some of the layers of the onion. And where it was nice and moisturized, it didn't remove any part of that at all. And so that's what has been happening with some of you when you go to remove your wraps, because of the dryness that we're experiencing this time of year. And basically it kind of started in October when the weather gets cooler and the air is drier. And so that's basically what's been happening. So what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to not wear wraps during the wintertime? Goodness, no. We can keep wearing our wraps, but there are some important things that we can do to help with this and to alleviate the dryness, and to help with the nail health. And so basically, one of the things that I recommend doing is when you remove your wraps, I would recommend giving yourself a jam break, 24 to 48 hours. Now, for those of us who are addicted to our jams, that seems like a long time, so maybe just 24 hours if you absolutely can't stand it. But once you remove your wraps, what you need to do, once you get the adhesive and everything off, is you need to take a buffer and just buff very lightly. And that just kind of removes some of the dead cells that are really dry. Then what I would recommend doing a couple of times during the time that your wraps are off is taking the cuticle oil that we have, and Jamberry cuticle oil is really good, and it's $10, and I would highly recommend adding this to part of your routine. But once you take your jams off, I would paint it on just like fingernail polish. And then I would just let it set and soak in. And I would do that a couple of times while your wraps are off. Now, when your wraps are on, it's also very important to use cuticle oil. Not on your wraps, but on your skin around the wraps. You just take it and, just go across your cuticles and rub it in. Do that morning and night. And if your fingers are really dry, you can take it and just even put it close by and then just rub it in. The whole process takes a couple of minutes for it to soak in, and what that does is it soaks into your skin and it goes underneath your nail bed and nourishes it and hydrates it. Another important thing that you can do is you can use our Nourish hand cream, which is biotin infused. Biotin is very, very important for nail growth and hair growth, and it's a form of vitamin B, and it just really helps to strengthen. Our Nourish hand cream is amazing. And so if you are noticing, and don't look too close at my hands because my hands get really dried out in the wintertime from all the washing and the cold weather, but and so I am putting this on a lot. But if your hands are dry, your nails are going to be dry. And so it's very, very important to use hand cream and keep your hands very well moisturized. And so the cuticle oil and the Nourish are really, really important. Or to at least have some sort of hand cream on your hands, keeping it very well moisturized. And the other thing that's really important to do, and we don't do it as much in the wintertime just because we don't notice it as much, but our bodies need water. And so it's very, very important for you to keep drinking the amount of water. Now, you can drink it in hot tea or hot cocoa or however you want to do that, but make sure that you are getting plenty of fluid each day because that helps in keeping our bodies hydrated and so that we don't have the dry skin and therefore the dry nails. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is how you are removing your wraps. Now, some people can use acetone or nail polish remover. I have found for myself, though, that that is very drying on my nails, and so I still like to use coconut oil. Or if you have a really good hand scrub that has oil in it, I have found that that's really good too. But it's really important to heat up your wraps first, break the seal, and then work that underneath there, and then slowly from side to side take off your jams. Do not peel them downwards. Don't peel them at all, but just very gently remove them. And if you are pulling or tugging at all, then that's not going to help the dryness of your nails, and it will remove part of your nail because the adhesive is very, very strong. And so I would recommend playing around with it a little bit. For me personally, I have to use some sort of oil when I'm removing my wraps. Other people, their nails handle the acetone or nail polish remover just fine, but then what they do as soon as they get that off is they automatically put the cuticle oil on right away a couple of times to let it really soak in and hydrate their nails. The other thing that you can do while you're taking a jam break too is rub the Nourish right into your nail beds. I have found that to be very helpful. So if you have any questions or concerns about nail care or nail health or your wraps and anything at all, please know that you can ask me at any time. You can send me an email or a private message on Facebook or send me a text, but I am always available to answer questions. So thank you, and I hope you have a great day.